So I feel like I'm just going to be sounding like a broken record because I'm just trying to emphasize my point that I've been making in my last X amount of videos that, what did I say? I said got lucky on them 5 games, and now we're on a 3-game losing streak, a 3-game home losing streak, and we've been outscored. I can't even recall. Lost 6-2 to the Oilers, I think, and then I think 3-2 to Flames, and then obviously the 4-3 loss to the Blues. So 3 straight home losses. Price got pulled in the last game. Doesn't seem like himself again. So you can't really say that it's an injury because he just got back or missed about almost a month or 3 weeks, whatever it was, with an injury. He came back, was superb for 5 straight games, and then he has 3 lackluster games. I mean, I'm just going to keep saying this, that I think it's more mental than it is physical for him. I mean, imagine being in that tough hockey environment and having all the crazed fans and all the crazed media all around you all the time. I'm sure he probably just wants to snap. And this season, he definitely doesn't seem like himself. I mean, normally he's pretty calm and cool and collective, but I mean, all the times that he's freaked out, I guess mainly just that one game in Anaheim where he snapped his stick, but I mean, he just doesn't seem like himself. And we have, again, no help around him. I mean, we have an aging defense group. I think they're all in their either late 20s or mid or to late 30s. And this is just a gong show. Like, I'm going to keep emphasizing this. I don't know why Bergevin hasn't made any moves to improve the team, because he's had all off season, and 4 months into the season, or 3 months into the season, he's had chances to make some major changes. Nothing has come up yet. Like, if I'm Jeff Molson, I'm thinking, like, dude, like, you got to do something. I mean, obviously he probably don't care as much because he's got all of his money coming in from the Molson beer factory, and obviously owning this team, he's probably making a bunch of money. So, like, he probably doesn't even care about the fans. He's probably just caring about the coin. And it's sad because this is what was once a proud franchise, and now it's going to crap. Like, I mean, I just don't understand what else they want to do. I mean, I've already made my point 100 times that you got to get rid of Bergevin, but he obviously ain't going to get rid of him. They must be like this. I mean, I've said this before, that any other team, especially in the States, if you were a team like a New York or Chicago, any of those teams, and you were struggling, you know for a fact, by around Christmas time, there would have been changes, whether it was trades, coaching, management. Something would have been changed because they'd want to get something changed right away in order to try to salvage their season, especially if they're a consistent playoff team. Like I said, like the Chicagos, the New York, like the Rangers and stuff like that, like teams that make it almost every year. You know for sure that there would have been changes by now, but for some reason this team, they don't believe in making any changes, so they're just going to ride the rest of the season out. And I mean, if they're trying to get for that #1 overall pick for next year, might as well just lose all your games. This way you're guaranteed to get that #1 pick. But if you start winning some, losing some, winning some, losing some, you're going to be like kind of like in the middle of that draft pack. And with Bergevin, I wouldn't trust him to get a high draft pick for next year. So, again, make a trade now, try to salvage whatever you can of the season, if it's even possible at this point. I don't think it is. Or get rid of the man who's made all those horrible changes, going all the way back to last offseason with the Subban trade. That was the worst trade you could have made. Your thoughts?